I got an appointment this morning for my client, my IT client out in Northwest Arkansas. It's one I've been trying to go after for a while. I haven't been able to get in touch with the administrator over there, but it's a assisted living facility, 6 locations, got about 6 users per location, so around 35 to 40 users total. They're actually not using anybody right now. They're handling most of their tech in-house, so no one had actually really reached out to them recently about it, so she agreed to do a virtual call next Thursday. So we're going to be meeting with her, talk a little bit about their issues, what they're experiencing, and see if we can support all their locations.
Got an appointment for my California client today at a school that has about 40,000 square feet, old 20-year plus roof that hasn't been serviced in quite some time. They said they haven't even been on the roof in a couple of years themselves, so it's a little overdue. Excited to see what all opportunities we can get from that one.
Got one for my roofer in San Francisco. I spoke with the property manager of an apartment complex. It's a torch down roof, which my clients are really looking for, and she said that they have issues going on. They're wanting to get some recommendations on some solutions on what they can do because they're looking to renovate it.
Pod's having a great morning for those of us that are here. We're one short this week, but Teddy got us rolling this morning helping out in Omaha. So Teddy, you want to tell us about the 2 you got?
Yeah, so helping out over here for up in Omaha, we got 2 appointments set. One was just a brief introduction, nothing actively on their radar, but was, looking to see if we could be a secondary resource. The other one was having some active issues. A lot of old buildings. There's about 4 or 5 buildings that they need some work done on, and they just recently had some work on it, but they didn't do a very good job. So they're looking for a second pair of eyes, so it should be a good one.
I got one for my client in Texas, my roofer. It's like a building materials store. It's like 63,000 square feet. They're actively getting quotes for some issues that they have going on, so we're going out there next week, I think, to go get them a quote.
And I got one in California. It's with the facility about 15 minutes away, which in California is real good. So we're heading out there in September. They got some active trouble spots and leaks. We're going to get them a quote and see how it goes.
I just got one for Tungsten Mechanical, corporate headquarters, 99 total units. We're headed out there tomorrow afternoon. They're a government organization, so there's a process for us to work with them, so we're headed out there tomorrow afternoon to begin that process.
I got a really good one for my roofer out in Jacksonville. I spoke with the general manager at a hotel, and he's actually looking for a re-roof and wants it done in October, so we're in at a really good time. We're going to come out later this week and get that quote over to him.
I had a really good conversation with this guy a couple weeks ago. Just left him a voicemail. That'll be an appointment when he calls me back, and I'm feeling something in California today as well.
Yeah, I got one for my client in Virginia Beach. Gonna go make an introduction with them start of this Friday. Looking for some CMMC help. 120 users, 6 servers, 1 location. Should be a good opportunity for us.
I also have one lead that answered this morning. He was jumping into a Teams call, so he told me to give him a call this afternoon to get something set up, so I should have one for my client out in Toledo. Then just need one more for my client out in Pennsylvania, and we should be good to go.
I got 2 for my roofer in Lincoln, so off to a pretty hot start.
I got 2. I got one for my company out in Bradenton and one for my company out in Hoyersford. It's going pretty well, good amount of users, and it's going to be good, pretty excited about it.
I'm going to get 2 this afternoon. 1 in Texas and 1 in Miami.
I had 2-piece yesterday. Josh is working on getting probably a 4 or 5-piece today. Yeah. No, he's going to get on the board today, but I'm calling my shot for Anti-League Bowling Green today. Had a Louisville appointment yesterday. Josh, what are you working on?
I was doing some Infinitype calls now, but I'll call my shot for layer 27. And since I had a half day yesterday, I get to talk about my appointment. Yesterday was ProGuard Roofing. It was, I actually don't remember what it was, but I got one from ProGuard yesterday, so it was a good one.
You also got a proposal out today, too.
Yeah, I did get a proposal out today. It was for a re-roof. It was also ProGuard. They were redoing 3 of the roofs at an apartment complex, totaled $177,930.
We're about halfway there to a pod wipe. I got a couple good warm leads, which is promising. But yeah, I'm just building out some new records, kind of helping with dials on some other people's accounts and stuff like that. But Ryan, you got a good appointment today.
Yeah, got one for my East Coast client. It's a resort. Had some hairs on recently, but hasn't had anybody up there in about a year, so we're going to check on those and future projects for next year. So it's just a little preliminary introduction meeting, but it's promising, so we're excited to hear how that one goes.
Awesome opportunity. I already talked to my client about it. So basically, it's a management company. They own 5 different complexes, and it's all privately owned between a father and 2 sons. I talked to the son who oversees construction management. Said that he has repairs on one of the buildings he needs, so wants to personally meet on site with us, and then from there go to the other complexes and see about maintenance plans. We're looking at replacing a couple of the complexes coming up, so it's going to be a really good meeting.
Sales Team 7, killer first half of the day. I think collectively we have 5 appointments in the last few hours. I got a great appointment down in Nashville, Tennessee. It's with a nonprofit. It's a single IT guy, oversees 3,200 churches. They have an internal staff of 100 people. Looks like it's going to be a great opportunity. They're actually headquartered in actually right down the road from my guy. So super great conversation. It's going to take place. Ross, you got 2 bangers on the day.
Got one from my client out in Dallas. It's with a museum, to make it simple. They have an internal CIO. She handles it herself. They're not using a third party, but was interested in what we could bring to the table and open to an introduction. So we're going to meet next Tuesday via Teams. Then I got another one from my client out in Kansas City. It's with a financial firm. They have 25 users, currently using another IT vendor, but just wants to see what we can do to compare apples to apples.
All right, so I got 2 appointments this morning. First one was for my client in Maine. It's with an advertising agency, and it was with the IT person they have on staff. He's the only person on staff that does IT. They have about 50 users, and he really liked that my client was local, so I wanted to make an introduction. And then second one was with a private school in Wisconsin for my client there, and it was about 350 users, and the IT director is the one I set the appointment with, but he's also a teacher at the same time, and he's like, I'm an IT department of 1. So he has a lot on his plate, and we'll definitely be looking out to him. So it should be really good.
Pod 8's had a pretty good day so far. I have 2 this morning. First one is with our IT company out in Trenton. Spoke with the CIO. They're looking for a company to come in and help them out with some of the back end stuff. They use the company now, but aren't too happy with their services. It's like 110 devices, 100 users. Should be a pretty good one. Got that set up for next Friday. Second one's with our roofer out in Salt Lake City. Spoke with a out there. They were looking for a couple roofing project estimates they need before they get the remodel done this winter. So should be a pretty good one out there next Wednesday. We're sitting at 6 on the board so far, so they have plenty to talk about today.
I've got a lot of new records that I built over at Atlas, so I'm calling my shot for them in the afternoon.
And I got a pretty good one for my Reno IT client. It was with a health and wellness center. I had spoken with the owner last month. He was in Rome, told me to give him a call and talk to him today. He's pretty much doing everything himself. Really, they're just utilizing IT support for medical record storage and some telecommunications, but it seems like he wants a little bit off his plate. He's handling that all himself, so we should be having a pretty good conversation next Thursday.
I got an appointment for my Florida roofer this morning with a private school, 50,000 square feet. They have active issues currently, so we're going to go out there next week and give them a proposal.
I got an appointment for our Colorado roofer client, and it's a private school, which is 50,000 square feet. And he wants us to check out the membrane of the roof because it has some issues.
Yesterday we set like 6 appointments in just a couple hours before we ended the day. 7 total, but I think we only had 1 before that. It was like between 3 and 5 we set 6 of them up. So let's talk about some of those.
I had 2 roofing. Just mentioned we actually haven't talked to them in a while, so I mentioned those guarantees and that they got them on. And I believe I also had a IT client too. that I had some of I spoke to, and just the guarantees. A lot of them were kind of older, so these are ones that Cam kind of put in a group chat for us, and then ones that I had scoped out. So I just saw we had talked to them in some months, and I just mentioned the guarantees, and that definitely just hooked them in, at least to start the same. So.
2 MSP IT. One was a guy that left me a voicemail on Friday, so I got back to him, and then that was pretty straightforward. They'd set an appointment like back in March, but that's Ed. And then we had more tech, spoke with Ben, and then he got 2 other KDMs on the call as well, so high expectations for that one too.
HVAC company. I was researching them over the weekend. Was like, I might give them a call one day.
It was a mechanical contractor. I forget where. It was scheduled for today. I think he needs to reschedule though. So I'm at 50% show on today.
Nice. So today I'm wrapping up payroll and I'm just doing some projects with that right now. Should have that done by 3 o'clock today. I was supposed to have a wrap-up call with the client, but they had to reschedule. And then I've just got to go over cancellation reviews of current clients, and then looking over partner meetings for the following month. And that's what I'm going to be doing up until I leave this building.
I've been working on an additional feature to reports to be able to nest grouping fields, so you can like group contacts by accounts and then like nested that, so like you can group something else within that account group by field. So I've been working on that.
Yeah, so I've been working on dashboards, making a modal, or I guess we'll go with dialogue, making a dialogue for the configuration of the dashboards and being able to save those and have it save, and you can be able to check the boxes and it will do the live feed so you can actually see the changes. So I'm just working on that.
I created a Labor Day email blast for my client and a social media post for that. And then I create a Labor Day post for us, and then I'll be doing our social media for next month as well. And then just grading calls. I gave Balto some more feedback as we continue to work on the grading software. And that's about it for right now.
I have gone with the elevator people to schedule the chairlift. He wanted to do it Friday. I'm not going to be here, so we're working on that. Had to talk to the lady. We keep going back and forth on the Christmas party. We probably won't be bowling this year. It's going to be something different, so I'm waiting to wrap that up. Fire extinguisher was supposed to be today. That's been rescheduled because he had a service call and emergency. Meet with Laura this afternoon to go over wrapping up September calendar, because next week is September already. And then this afternoon, Aaron has me working on a room project to try to organize a room. And that's it for now.
I've been talking to Trey all day. So I got all the key fobs programmed, keypads, codes are entered as well, so we'll be handing those out, I think today, maybe Thursday. So waiting on Laura to finalize everything for getting signatures.
We had a call with Shaffer Beacon just to go over their regular weekly digital stuff. A few more revisions on the website. I think we're really close to launching it. I think he's going to do one more round and then we're going to go ahead and push it live. And then I switched to ProGuard. They added all their bad stuff, so we had some revisions and working on that. Then I'll be switching back over and doing some blogs.
Yeah, like Lauren said, we had that meeting with the HVAC client this morning, just going over their website, some videos that our media producers have been doing. Finally fixed the header issue on one of our IT clients' websites, sent that over to him for review, still waiting to hear back from him. And then working on some more website updates for another IT client out of California.
Doing a lot of sourcing this morning just for all the positions. Got a guy stopping by Maryville today, another one stopping by Seymour today. We have software developer starting next week, and SDR starting the following week. Starting some more HVAC people for Schaffer that they've been helping, and then we had got word that Red Road needs some more people that I helped earlier this year. So found another client or candidate for them already this morning that I'm sending over. So finding more people.
All right, so I got my third appointment of the day today in the afternoon. It was for my client in South Dakota. I was with a advertising agency. and they work with an MSP currently, but they're open to comparing options and seeing what's out there.
I set an appointment for my roofing client in Arkansas. It was with an apartment complex. They haven't had their annual inspection this year. It's a good-sized building. And then I also set one for my roofing client in Kansas City with another apartment complex that is looking to do a possible re-roof in the next year. And I'm excited to see how these opportunities turn out.